Hey, good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me, Dorothea, on Through an Orthodox Christian Lens. It is late here after 10. I'm trying to get this last video out for the evening, and I'm going to share it here with you. It's an important one, as you saw on the title of this video, the digital totalitarianism. I'm going to share this article with you. Greek Metropolitan warns of digital totalitarianism threatening human freedom. This came out May 22nd, 2025. His Eminence Metropolitan Nektarios of Corfu of the Greek Orthodox Church has issued a strong warning about what he describes as a transition from health dictatorship during the pandemic to a form of electronic totalitarianism that threatens human personhood. In a theological reflection published on Rumfe, the hierarch frames the current societal challenges not merely as political or social issues, but as profound theological problems. Our era is characterized by a dramatic and rapid transition from the health dictatorship, as established during the pandemic, to a form of electronic totalitarianism, where the human person is threatened with complete depersonalization, he writes. The Metropolitan argues that during the pandemic, a strict regime of control was imposed based on the, quote, illusion that the state can guarantee human health and salvation through restrictions, prohibitions, and mass confinement. He points to unprecedented restrictions on church life. For the first time in modern history, the operations of churches was prohibited, as was the attendance of the faithful in the mysteries and the normal life of the church. In fact, His Eminence was charged with violating COVID restrictions for celebrating liturgy on Palm Sunday in 2025, though he was ultimately acquitted 3 years later. 3 years! Can you believe it took him that long? How crazy. He sees this pattern continuing in what he terms the digital dictatorship, where the same logic of universal surveillance is now applied to every aspect of life. The so-called digital state does not come to serve the citizen. It comes to define, analyze, monitor, and ultimately manipulate him. The human is transformed into a number, into data, into statistics. He loses his personhood, and this is the most tragic of all. The hierarch draws on the Orthodox theological understanding of personhood, citing St. Gregory the theologian. Whatever is united with God, this is a person. He emphasizes that personhood is realized through freedom and relationship with God. When the human loses the ability to choose, to confess, to live according to conscience, then not only is his political freedom threatened, but also his salvation. The Metropolitan expresses particular concern about comprehensive digital monitoring systems that unify personal data under a single numerical scheme. The Church cannot accept that state authorities simultaneously know the bank account, medical condition, taxation, and religious identity of every citizen and can regulate their life accordingly. This isn't merely technological progress. This is the abolition of personal autonomy, free will, and spiritual identity. The Metropolitan calls on the Church to stand as an ark of freedom and a place of resistance against the leveling of the person and, by extension, of society. The Church can't remain silent in the face of the transformation of the human into a number. It has no right to compromise with a system that, invoking progress, abolishes freedom, records the person, and deconstructs his spiritual essence. It's now time for vigilance. It's time for confession. So, what we learned here is that we all have concerns about AI and certain type of systems that can change a person. You know, he's talking about digital, basically surveillance and tracking, of certain things. But the free will issue is what really catches my attention as most, because, if you ever listen to tech news. I don't know if you know about this, about there's some kind of dust. And then there's the mind control things and weird stuff they want to do neurologically, but also just through other tech systems. I've heard even through earbuds and everything. Suggestions to people, they've kind of, they're always trying to invade our minds. And so in doing all this, it can affect our free will, which is God-given, and it's a gift from God. And the Metropolitan was bringing that up. Our spiritual identity, our free will, which means that anything that messes with our spiritual identity and our free will is demonic. It's from the evil one. If it's manipulating it and trying to control somebody's will. So, kudos for him for speaking out on that. And I just wanted to share that video with you. I thought it was important. And we need most of our Christian leaders to be speaking out on these type of things. I'm glad that at least some of the Orthodox leaders are. Orthodox Christian leaders. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. Please share your thoughts on the digital totalitarianism that he mentioned. See and what your thoughts are. Please share my channel. Like my videos if you like them. Follow my channel on Rumble. Subscribe to my channel on YouTube. And share my channels. And thanks so much for your support. It's late. I gotta get ready for bed. Thanks so much. And I hope you have a great night.